family members are here, you know, at some type of graveyard, and it appears to be kind of small, which is okay, but honestly, it is kind of weird how this guy literally has not been arrested considering all the evidence we've seen so far.
And like, I ain't gonna lie, like you see stuff like this, and you see like the funerals that they're going to, like they were forced to do this because of someone else's actions, bro. Like, man, I'm not gonna say that it's David gang, but it's really looking like it, bro. You moved your assets into your parents' name, and you know what I'm saying? Like, that's very guilty behavior. I'm just saying.
Danny on the beat, boy.
I say what's good, YouTube. I say what's good, YouTube. I say what's good, YouTube. It's your boy Three Stacks. Say what's good, YouTube. It's your boy Three Stacks. What's good, YouTube? It's time to react. But today, man, we're back at it with the David and Celeste situation. I haven't really done too much research as far as like the da 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 da. You feel me? I heard that they were only allegations and that he wasn't a suspect anymore. I don't know, but I guess with this title, it seems like he might be the main culprit. So without further ado, let's get right into it.
Gentlemen, so here we have an update on the David situation as according to Diamond's Live News and other news outlets. They say David transferred his Texas homes to his mom's name on the same day that Celeste Rivas was identified, and I believe this was found out by in public records. And typically, I've heard of certain people doing this in efforts to not lose their assets when being sued or divorced. They'll typically transfer their assets to their mother's names. You know, it's a pretty simple strategy as to not lose everything attached to your personal identity. Some people will actually transfer their assets to an LLC plus S Corp to have that technically under a business that can't be sued for personal liabilities, but that's some other game that I don't want to spit in this video. But the next best course of action is to, you know, transfer it to your mom's name. Assuming you can trust your mother. You know, we all know that most of our moms love us, but there are some moms out there that you simply cannot trust. Shout out to our moms though. We love you. However, as according to TMZ, they say David is making some real estate moves as cops investigate the death of a 14-year-old Celeste Rivas, whose decomposing corpse was found in his Tesla. After that, though, he transferred 2 of his Texas homes to his mother, and I believe he is from Texas. But after he blew up, he moved to LA, you know, the California dream that most aspiring artists have. They say, though, according to new legal documents obtained by TMZ, the singer transferred the deeds to 2 Houston area residencies he owns under a trust to his mother. And by the way, here in this footage, as you can see from TMZ, you can see that cops were actually pulling up to his mom's and father's place of residence in Texas because somebody swatted their house. Listen, I do not, again, support the extremism in certain cases like this. Swatting, threatening people, trying to kill them, like it's just too far for me. Even if you don't like them or you believe that they're a danger to society, swatting their family members or friends who are associated with them but did not do the crime is crazy. It really is.
It sends like a ping that's how they know the address.
And this address came up to this number?
Yes, ma'am, that's where he was meeting. Kelly to engine 42.
Yeah, that's actually crazy, man. Obviously the mom is in her robe. The dad, I think the dad here is just highly confused as to what the hell is going on. And guys, just don't do this. It's like reprehensible behavior. It's highly immoral, illegal, and you can actually go to prison for this. Just please don't swat people. That's weird. However, they say David made the changes on September 18th and September 22nd for the second property. And the 18th was the same day cops were called to one of his homes for a swatting incident. The caller, who was apparently using a device to mask their voice, falsely reported a shooting and a dead female victim. It looks like his parents and his siblings are already living in one of the homes. When cops showed up for the swatting call, his parents answered the door and told police David's younger brother and sister were upstairs. As reported, LAPD executed a search warrant at the LA rental home where David was living on September 17th. And here below there is some police body cam audio that we're going to play for you guys right now.
But it's just me and my daughter, the only females here. She's 8.
Yeah. Who was
4
the
of us
person?
live in the house. My son,
Your son?
Yes.
Okay, he's upstairs?
Yes. My daughter is upstairs as well.
So in that audio we just heard, the mother, you could hear her. I believe this is when she was swatted and they pulled up to her house, but they kind of clarified the audio. She said both her daughter and her son was upstairs. The son being the younger brother of David. We've seen him plenty of times in the past videos I've made. And the daughter, I don't think you guys have seen her. You don't need to see her. She's like a 10-year-old, 11-year-old. But she did pop out on stage with David. So maybe I can't play the clip because he literally brought her out on stage, so it wouldn't be like too weird. So as you can see here, his sister right here, you know, obviously she's a little kid. You know, this guy got famous. He apparently, based off of what I heard, he got a $3 million advance as well after a particular song from a label he got signed with. And you know, when he's at particular venues or concerts that he's, you know, performing for, he brings out, sometimes he brings out his little sister or his brother along, even if they're not on stage. And you know, kudos to him for, you know, not leaving his family behind despite all his character flaws and him literally being a potentially pedophile murderer. This is all alleged, by the way. Obviously I can't make any definitive statements as he's not had his court case yet, so me saying anything definitively can possibly get me sued. So this is all alleged. This is all speculative. Of course, I'm not labeling him anything definitively. This is in a very opinionated video based off of all the things we've seen previously. Please don't sue me. Somebody on Twitter said David probably in an underground bunker moving like Saddam Hussein because LAPD too busy licking each other's. It does rhyme with Ramuses. We got my guy Mini Clint here who said, imagine that David N-word was innocent this whole time, LOL. I don't know about that, Mini Clint. After all this overwhelming evidence, I would be shocked. What are we gonna blame it on? AI? Sora 2? Chat GPT? And by the way, in case you guys didn't hear the update, Celeste was laid to rest about 4 days ago. According to TMZ, Celeste Rivas' casket was carried in by loved ones, as you can see on screen right now. Her family members are here, you know, at some type of graveyard, and it appears to be kind of small, which is okay, but honestly it is kind of weird how this guy literally has not been arrested considering all the evidence we've seen so far.
And like, I ain't gonna lie, like, you see stuff like this and you see like the funerals that they're going to, like, they were forced to do this because of someone else's actions, bro. Like, man, I'm not gonna say that it's David gang, but it's really looking like it, bro. You moved your assets into your parents' name, and you know what I'm saying, like, that's very guilty behavior. I'm just saying.
And if it were anybody else, right, I promise you they would have been in custody by now, in jail at least, waiting for their trial to begin. So genuinely speaking, when people bring up these conspiracy theories about Illuminati or, you know, David kissed the nanny goat or David has got connections or David this, David that, I completely understand. Because I've never seen this, a celebrity or anybody for that matter, literally having a body found in their car and not being in some type of holding facility at this point after all the overwhelming evidence. I promise you, if I were in this same exact situation, I would be cooked. I would have already been probably like 6 feet under the ground by some crazy maniac who wanted to take me out. But literally, either I would be dead or I would be in a holding facility, you know, just waiting for my trial to begin. So it's crazy. It really is. And for a little more details, they say Celeste Rivas' family and friends gathered Monday at Queen of Heaven Cemetery and Mortuary as they carried the slain 14-year-old's casket to her final resting spot. A hearse pulled up to the Roland Heights, California cemetery next to a large tent. The funeral service will finally give her family and friends a chance to say goodbye after a case that's rattled LA and left more questions than answers. And by the way, I just want to say, given the level of decomposition and how hot it was in that California heat, and apparently she may have been in that trunk for like at least 4 weeks, what the hell did her body look like? And did they have like an open casket, a closed casket? I can imagine it was closed because I'm not sure what would have been left of her body given the description of dismemberment. Her body was so decomposed that her limbs started to be pulled away from each other. I'm just saying, this is disgusting the more I try to visualize this in my head, and I fully understand why people just don't understand why this guy isn't in jail by now. Ladies and gentlemen, though, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. This was just a quick update video since I just saw this, you know, woke up today, saw this, thought I'd talk about it for the people who wanted to hear about this. Be sure to follow me on Instagram, MorvyHQ, links are in the description if you want to send me any more video topics or stories to talk about or cover. Be sure to follow the second channel, Morvy Live, links are in the description. Also, Spotify, Apple Music, links are in the...
Anyway, but yo, I ain't gonna lie, of course follow my man Maury, but at the same time it's like with all this evidence to get you, Thank you. Well, all of this evidence against you, how can you possibly not be guilty? Like, if you was a regular pedestrian, bro, it'd be cut for you, mama. It'd be cut. Like, you think, like, if, like he said, if he was in that situation, I'm not even gonna put myself in it, but if he was in that situation, it'd be good. But without further ado, thank y'all for sticking to the end of the video. This is a shorter video. It's gonna be a longer one tomorrow. But I love y'all. I want y'all to like, share, and subscribe. It's your boy 3 Stacks. I keep it 3,000. Y'all be safe and peace.
I got big packs coming on the way. I got big stacks coming out to save. I got Lil Max with me, he the way. It's a big gap between us in the game. In the next life, I'm trying to stay paid. When I die, put my money in the grave.